A very good evening to all of you. Today, me, Anshul Takshak, and my partner Ashvin will be presenting our innovative project. And the idea and title for our project is Audio Amplifier. So, firstly, we'll be discussing all these topics mentioned in the index. Firstly, we'll be discussing about the components used, then the objectives, then the brief introduction, circuit diagram, implementation, conclusion, and our limitations. So the components used for our basic hardware is we are using a 555 timer IC, which is very effective. Secondly, we'll be using condenser mic, a 8 ohm speaker, a transistor BC547, multiple resistors, capacitors, battery, breadboard, and connecting wires. So our basic objective for the project is to make a basic audio amplifier which does the following. Firstly, it should be taking sound as input and amplifying it. Secondly, ensuring that there is no distortion whilst the process. Third is amplifying the cheese, the basic sound. Okay, so the heart of this amplifier is IC 555 timer IC. The input is given by a human being. The input will be blowing the air into the mic installed in the circuit. This is a low power audio amplifier, and we are going to get the output as in the form of AC. So what is basically audio amplifier? The audio amplifier is a kind of electronic amplifier that amplifies low power audio signals. The frequency of the low power audio signals are like between the basic human range, that is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, and it amplifies it to a level that can be suitable for driving the loudspeakers, the low power loudspeakers. This is our basic block diagram for the project. Firstly, there will be a transducer interface. Secondly, there will be pre-amplification phase. Then there will be gain, filter, power amplifier, and then there will be the output speaker. Now my partner will be discussing the other slides, the implementation of the circuit. Ashwin, you can go on.
So as we can see on our screen, this is the circuit diagram for the hardware simulation that we are going to do. As we can see here, basically this circuit is divided into two parts. First one is our preamplifier circuit that consists of the BC547 transistor, condenser mic from where input will be given, resistors and capacitors. The second part consists of an 8 ohm speaker for the output, 555 timer IC that is oscillating in a stable multivibrator mode, approximately 66,000 kilohertz. This R1 resistor is used for the biasing of the condenser mic. R2 and R3 is used to provide proper biasing to the transistor. The main function of this transistor is to convert the sound energy that is given as an input into the electrical signal. And this input signal is then fed to the control pin 5 of our IC. As my partner discussed, that this 555 timer IC is the heart of this whole circuit. So how this circuit works. Now let's come to the working. Control pin 5 of 555 timer IC is grounded using this 1 nanofarad capacitor. Control pin 5 is the point of 2 by 3 VCC inside this IC. Changing voltage at this pin changes the width of output pulse, irrespective of the value of RC components. Now, as this is a low power audio amplifier, so it will not respond to high frequency. So when there is no voltage at control 5, no output will be given. Now, output pulse at pin 3 modulate due to the voltage at control pin, and speaker detects this DC component of output pulse and produces the sound. Basically, when there is a voltage at pin 5, width of the output pulse increases for a moment, and that is detected by the speaker. Capacitor 100 nanofarad that we have used is used to block the DC component, and it will only allow the AC component to flow to the base of the transistor amplifier. So this was all about the working of this circuit. Now here is our hardware simulation, the video that we have made.
So this is our audio amplifier.
amplifier, we have used a 9-volt battery and 8 ohm speaker, and here we have used 3 capacitors and 2 little capacitors here, that is of 100 nanofarad. These are the 2 capacitors of 10 microfarad, and this is 1 nanofarad. This is our mic condenser from where input will be given. We have used various little green resistors that you can see here, and this is the heart of the circuit, IC555 timer. So this is all, this is the connecting wires, this was our circuit. Now as you can see, I'll give the input. So this is our circuit. We are getting the input output here in the 8th capacitor. Thank you, sir. Now, this is the concluding slide of our project. We saw that the amplifier voltage gain can be expressed as the ratio of AV in V by V, depending on the signal to be amplified, voltage or current, and on the desired form of output signal. There are 4 basic types of amplifiers with voltage, current, transductance, and transresistance. A given amplifier may be modeled by any of these configurations. And now, as I was saying that 555 timer was the heart of this circuit. Why I was saying so? Because it is cost effective, it is easily available, it is multi-purpose, and thirdly, this using this circuit can help us to use and develop low power music systems that can be used in vehicles, in classrooms with limited areas. So these were all the applications of our project. Now moving on to the next slide. However, we do have some limitations with our project. The first and foremost limitation is this circuit is only suitable for low power loudspeakers. And secondly, this 555 timer that we are using, it does not produce 50% of the duty cycle signal. Thank you.